Hello everyone, this is David Arroyo and I am back for video number 2 on this comic book page that I've been working on for the past couple of days. We will be focusing on the second strip, so the one in the middle of the page, as the first one was covered in the first video and the last one will be covered in the third video, which comes after this. Obviously all the links can be found in the descriptions below, so if you just stumble upon them, go ahead. Right, so as you've noticed, all of a sudden the pencils are there, and that has to do with the fact that Procreate did not record the first 15 minutes or so, which is a bit of a shame because all of a sudden we jump straight into inking. But either ways, I wanted to get that out the way so that you know like why all of a sudden the penciling process was not recorded. Now, not that that makes a massive difference. I mean, if you really want to see me pencil, you can see it in the first video or the third, or I have a whole bunch of videos on my YouTube channel where you can see me penciling all the time. As you've noticed, I don't tend to pencil in lots of details, actually. I consider my penciling phase to literally just be for layout purposes and get a bit of an idea. I mean, in the third panel, you can't even see a face. You know, there's no eyes, no nose, mouth, nothing. I just use it literally as a layout tool. I just go straight into inking, all the details and stuff. And I fix the inking as I go. That's the advantage of working digital, is that you can just fix so much, and penciling can take a lot of time. If you really think about it, when you start penciling and all that, if you were to go as detailed in penciling as in inking, you just lose so much time. So I decide to do all my details in ink. And for these characters, it's important to know, none of them are actually like, these are not characters that exist in any universe that I've created yet. They're just made up. The entire page is made up. There are no character designs made for these. I'm just, as I'm drawing the face, for example, on this girl, I was making it up as I went along. I used no reference for her face or anything, so sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I used reference for the pose. I looked up some picture of, what was it? I think, what is that called again? That movie where these kids, they go, into this forest and stuff. They have to kill each other. It's based on this Japanese movie. Come on. Something Mockingbird or whatever. Oh. Anyways, I can't come up with a title. I bet you anyone will know it. Very famous film. And, here basically, it's just, it comes as it goes. And, obviously this is something that took me a long time to get to this stage where I could just, ink like that, on the go. I mean, even if you look at my very first videos on YouTube, I wasn't really that good at inking, and I don't consider myself an expert at inking at all. I know how to ink now. I know how to do it better than before, but I do not even dare to compare myself to the experts out there, to the pros that you would find in all bunch of other comic books. I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at, but yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement, like with everything else. So why am I doing these pages? Well, the whole point is to get on point. I am obviously doing my best to, get into the world of comics and getting my work published somehow, whether it's through self-publishing or through a traditional publisher. At the moment, I'm looking at many different options. But the one thing that is important for me is quality, and that's what these test pages are for. This particular one is the fifth that I've been doing in this 1 year, and it's also to get the quality up for immersion. So that basically concludes the second strip. It was a bit of a shorter one. We will look at the third one, the last one, and we will continue talking a bit about all this comic book process and where I'm at the moment. All right, I'll see you guys there.